Something strange has happened to human attention. People struggle to focus on a single task. Notifications interrupt conversations. Phones pull our eyes every few minutes. Even when we try to concentrate, something drags us back. And it often feels like our attention is constantly under attack, which raises a strange question. Why does it feel so difficult to focus today? Let's test the narrative. The common explanation is simple. People blame themselves. Short attention spans, weak discipline, too much procrastination. The story usually goes something like this. If people just had more willpower, they would focus better. But that explanation ignores something important, because attention isn't just a personal habit anymore, it's an industry. To understand what's happening, we need to look at something called the attention economy. For most of history, companies competed for money. Today, many companies compete for something else first: attention. Social media platforms, streaming services, news outlets, apps, games, all of them fight for the same resource: your time. Because in the digital economy, attention is the gateway to everything else. If a company captures your attention, they can sell advertising, they can collect data, they can influence behavior, and they can generate billions of dollars in revenue. Which means attention has become one of the most valuable resources in the modern world, and the competition for it is intense. Here's where things get interesting. The largest technology companies on Earth employ thousands of engineers and behavioral scientists. Their job is not just to build products. Their job is to design systems that keep people engaged. Algorithms learn what captures your attention, what makes you pause, what makes you click, what makes you scroll. And once those patterns are discovered, the system feeds you more of the same. The goal is simple: keep the user engaged as long as possible, because every additional second of attention increases revenue. Which means platforms are constantly optimizing for one thing: engagement. But engagement doesn't always mean value. Content that triggers strong emotions often spreads faster than content that requires deep thought. Anger spreads, shock spreads, controversy spreads, and the algorithm learns to amplify it. Over time, the system becomes incredibly efficient at capturing attention. But there's a trade-off. The more stimulation the brain receives, the harder it becomes to tolerate boredom. And boredom is actually necessary for deep focus. When our attention constantly jumps between notifications, videos, and headlines, the brain adapts to short bursts of stimulation, which makes long periods of concentration feel uncomfortable. This doesn't mean technology is evil. These platforms are simply responding to incentives. Their business model depends on engagement, and engagement depends on attention, so the system keeps optimizing. And the competition for your attention keeps growing, which means the real question may not be why people struggle to focus. The real question is whether the system was ever designed for people to focus in the first place. Because when attention becomes a commodity, the people competing for it will always try to capture more of it. And the more successful the system becomes, the harder it becomes to look away. Does this affect you? Be honest. Because every narrative sounds convincing until it passes the truth test.